You just triggered dozens of technologies you never even saw. This morning alone, your phone alarm pinged satellites 20,000 kilometers overhead. Your thermostat negotiated with a power grid AI in under 1 second. And a fraud engine scored your coffee purchase before the barista even turned around. Every routine moment rides on technology you do not realize you are using. Invisible systems so critical that a single glitch ripples to a utility control room in milliseconds. It all begins the moment your alarm goes off. Alex stands in a quiet kitchen, thumb hovering over the thermostat. A half-degree nudge, barely a thought, sends a silent command rippling out. Within 10 milliseconds, the message jumps from the thermostat to a mesh of thread-connected sensors scattered through the house. These tiny radios, built for low power and quick response, pass the signal from device to device, each hop barely a blink. Thread's self-healing mesh means even if one sensor's battery dies, the message finds another path, never missing a beat. At the edge of the home, a border router, often tucked inside a Wi-Fi hub, translates this command into the common language of matter. This protocol, designed so devices from different brands can finally speak to each other, wraps the data and hands it off to the home network. 20 milliseconds later, the command rides the Wi-Fi out to the broadband gateway, where the internet service provider's edge router picks it up. Here, smart home traffic is tagged for priority, skipping the queue ahead of streaming videos and background downloads. The packet crosses the provider backbone, riding fiber and Ethernet across town in less than 70 milliseconds, before landing at the utility's secure endpoint. Inside the utility's control room, rows of monitors flicker with live data. SCADA, the industrial nerve center, ingests the thermostat's update alongside millions of others. Every 2 to 5 seconds, smart meters feed encrypted consumption data over power line carrier or cellular links, using protocols like DLMS COSM to keep readings private. The system's AI engine digests these numbers, forecasting demand spikes and adjusting generation in real time. A single tweak from Alex's thermostat, multiplied across thousands of homes, becomes a signal the grid cannot ignore. This feedback loop is relentless. The grid's AI might respond by sending a demand response command back down the chain, asking thermostats to ease off during a surge. That return trip from control room to home was in under a second, fast enough to help stabilize frequency and avoid a blackout. If a firmware bug slips through, over-the-air updates can roll back changes for 1 million devices in less than 30 minutes, as happened in 2024 when a thermostat patch went sideways. The invisible handshake between home and grid is constant, precise, and mostly unnoticed. Each morning, the act of adjusting a thermostat is never just local. It is a trigger in a vast, layered system: mesh radios, fiber backbones, cloud brokers, utility dashboards, all tuned to keep comfort and stability in balance. The next time Alex yawns and taps the screen, the real work is already happening, far beyond the walls of any single home. Alex's car glides onto the street, phone docked and navigation pulsing. The app's map looks simple, but it's powered by a hidden network of satellites: GPS, Galileo, and Beidou, each sending signals that arrive tangled by clouds, glass, and concrete. Alone, these signals would blur Alex's location by several meters. But the phone taps into a rooftop RTK base station 10 kilometers away, receiving a constant stream of corrections. This is real-time kinematic positioning. The base station knows its exact coordinates to the centimeter and broadcasts adjustments, letting the phone recalibrate on the fly. Alex's position sharpens, not just to the right street, but the right lane. This same precision guides ride-hail cars and robo-taxis to curbs with uncanny accuracy. Every few seconds, Alex's phone sends anonymized position and speed data to a traffic server. Multiply that by millions, and the city's movement becomes visible, block by block. Each probe upload arrives within 5 to 10 seconds, fast enough for the server to spot congestion as it forms. Differential privacy keeps individuals hidden, but the flow of traffic emerges in sharp relief. Approaching the highway, the phone's data jumps between LTE and 5G towers. Each handoff takes just 20 to 100 milliseconds. During that blink, the navigation app buffers a few seconds of location history, smoothing out any hiccups. If a jam appears ahead, the server's models, fed by those real-time probe uploads, predict the slowdown before brake lights even flicker. A reroute pings Alex's phone almost instantly, calculated in less than 200 milliseconds on a cloud GPU, then displayed as a gentle turn. Passing beneath a toll gantry, the car's RFID tag wakes for a split second. The reader grabs its unique ID in microseconds, matches it to an account in under 100 milliseconds, and logs the transaction. No stopping, no coins. Just a silent record for city planners. On some roads, V2X radios broadcast the car's position and speed to nearby vehicles and lights. In Stuttgart's smart corridor, this tech cut platoon gaps from 3 seconds to 1.5 seconds, boosting throughput by 12%. Each message rotates its digital badge every 5 minutes, keeping tracking at bay. Every turn is steered by satellites, towers, and servers, an invisible network guiding each journey in real time. Alex's cart glides to a stop at the grocery checkout. A quick tap of the phone, and the transaction begins, not with a swipe or a chip, but with a burst of radio waves at 13.56 megahertz. The terminal hums to life, drawing a digital handshake from the phone's secure element. Instead of sending a real card number, the wallet generates a single-use token, a string of numbers that means nothing to a thief. In less than a blink, the token, a cryptogram, and a transaction counter are bundled together and shot through a tunnel of encrypted data. On the other side, the payment network's token service provider deciphers the token, mapping it back to the real card number, but only inside a locked-down vault that never touches the store's systems. The cryptogram, signed by the phone's chip and unique to this moment, is checked by the issuing bank. In the background, a machine learning model races through years of transaction history, device fingerprints, and merchant risk profiles, scoring the payment for fraud in under 100 milliseconds. The approval or decline comes back before the phone leaves the reader's field. The entire process is built on the EMV specification, a global standard that runs like silent rails under every tap. Each token is good for just one use. Even if intercepted, it cannot be replayed. If Alex's phone were stolen, biometric checks would still stand guard at the gate, and the token would expire before it could be abused. Meanwhile, the store's point-of-sale system is doing its own dance. Every barcode scan triggers a serverless function that writes an inventory update to a distributed ledger. As Alex's oat milk and apples are bagged, the central ERP receives a delta, 1 less carton, 2 fewer apples, keeping online and in-store stock in perfect sync. Computer vision cameras mounted above the smart cart flag any item that leaves the basket unscanned, reducing shrink and alerting staff in real time. None of this is visible to Alex. The transaction feels instant, effortless. But behind each tap, a cascade of cryptography, risk scoring, and inventory orchestration unfolds in milliseconds, making fraud harder, checkout faster, and the store's shelves smarter than ever before. Alex settles into a desk, laptop open, ready for the first video call of the day. One click on the calendar link, and a new world spins up behind the scenes. Before any face appears on screen, the browser launches a WebRTC handshake, an invisible negotiation that picks the best route for video and sound. The system tests network paths, juggles codecs, and adapts bit rates in real time, all to keep the call crisp even as Wi-Fi wobbles or a neighbor starts streaming downstairs. But that is only the beginning. Each call triggers a cascade of microservices, tiny, single-purpose programs packed in containers, orchestrated by Kubernetes. These containers launch in seconds, each carrying just enough code to handle Alex's audio, video, or chat. They exist only for as long as they are needed, then vanish, leaving no trace, no lingering risk. Security is relentless and silent. Before Alex even joins, a zero trust gate checks identity. A short-lived token, just minutes old, proves Alex's right to enter this digital meeting room. If the token is stale, access is denied. Every message, every video frame is encrypted on the fly. The system never assumes trust, even between its own pieces. Each microservice verifies the token of the one next to it, like bouncers at every door. As more people join, Kubernetes spins up new containers to balance the load. If someone leaves, the extra capacity dissolves. This constant ebb and flow means that a single video call might touch dozens of servers, each one briefly alive, each vanishing when its job is done. Adaptive bitrate algorithms monitor the network, shifting quality up or down in milliseconds, so a brief Wi-Fi glitch never freezes a face or drops a word. These layers, WebRTC rapid-fire negotiation, the Kubernetes fleet of containers, and zero-trust ephemeral badges work together in a choreography that is both precise and invisible. For Alex, it is just a click and a wave to colleagues. Beneath the surface, it is a digital city springing up and fading away, all in the span of a single work call. Alex sinks into the couch, remote in hand, and scrolls through a wall of shows. A single press, play, launches a ripple that crosses continents. Beneath the city, fiber optic cables hum with colorless light, but far below the waves a different kind of pulse travels. Undersea cables, thick as a garden hose and armored against the ocean's pressure, stretch for thousands of miles, connecting North America to Europe and beyond. Each cable can carry up to 200 terabits per second, enough to stream millions of movies at once, yet most people never think about them at all. The moment Alex hits play, the streaming service's player engine has just 50 milliseconds, less than the blink of an eye, to decide where to fetch the next video segment. If the local buffer is empty, it checks the nearest edge cache, a data center tucked in a nondescript building, maybe just a few miles away. If that fails, the request races across the country, then plunges into the Atlantic, riding glass threads that are thinner than a strand of hair, but strong enough to carry the world's conversations, meetings, and every late-night binge. Redundancy is built in at every landing station. If one cable is cut by a ship's anchor or an undersea earthquake, traffic reroutes instantly through another path, keeping the stream alive. The edge cache logic works just as quietly. If the first server can't deliver the segment, the player tries another, sometimes in a different city, sometimes in a different country, until the data arrives, all within that 50 millisecond window. AI upscaling on the edge sharpens the picture, predicting what pixels come next, so even a slow connection feels fast. For Alex, the show starts without a hiccup. But behind that effortless click, light pulses through saltwater darkness, edge servers juggle requests, and algorithms make split-second decisions. These cables and caches are the digital arteries of the modern world, always on, always ready, and almost entirely invisible. Alex's pulse skips, just for a moment, a vibration on the wrist, a message from the watch. The sensor pressed against skin catches a rhythm that is out of step. In less than 10 milliseconds, a Bluetooth low-energy packet leaps from the watch to the phone, handshaking through a protocol designed for speed and battery life. The phone, always listening, wraps the reading in a layer of encryption and launches it skyward, riding a 5G uplink that adds only a flicker of delay. On the other side, a hospital's cloud server receives the signal. Here, a secure API, shielded by the latest TLS handshake and a single-use access token, unwraps the data and checks its signature. The payload, still warm from the journey, is mapped into a FIHR observation and posted to the patient's electronic health record. In the server logs, the round trip is measured in milliseconds, 10 for Bluetooth, 30 for encryption, 50 for the cellular jump, 100 for the cloud. The sum is less than 300 milliseconds, faster than a blink, and well inside the 5-second clinical window demanded by FDA guidelines for remote alerts. An AI model, trained on millions of heartbeats, scans the incoming stream. If the pattern matches a dangerous arrhythmia, an alert is triggered. Within seconds, a red flag pops onto a clinician's dashboard, interrupting the day's routine. The chain from wrist to hospital, sensor, phone, cloud, electronic health record, clinician has no visible seams, but each link is measured, verified, and secured. A single heartbeat, detected and delivered in real time, can tip the balance between reassurance and emergency. The path is invisible, but the stakes are personal. For Alex, the watch's gentle buzz is just a nudge. For the care team, it is a call to action, powered by a web of protocols and protections that most will never see. A ping lands on Alex's phone. The message says, "Your package will arrive between 2:15 and 2:45. It seems like a simple promise, but behind it, a silent ballet unfolds. Inside a warehouse, robots glide past each other, each guided by a digital twin, a living virtual map that tracks every shelf, bin, and parcel in real time. Every robot's arm and every conveyor belt is mirrored in software, allowing the system to predict bottlenecks and reroute on the fly. Pick rates are measured to the second. The fastest bots can grab and sort up to 600 packages per hour, never pausing, never guessing. Sensors line the aisles, tracking temperature, vibration, and even stray bits of cardboard. Each package is tagged with RFID, its journey logged at every checkpoint. Algorithms running on the digital twin assign tasks, solving a puzzle of routes and priorities. The moment Alex's box is picked, the system calculates the best van, factoring in traffic forecasts, weather, and dozens of other deliveries. Telematics modules on the delivery van report location, speed, and cargo temperature every few seconds, feeding updates back to the cloud. By the time Alex refreshes the tracking page, the digital twin has already simulated the van's route 100 times, adjusting for road closures and last-minute stops. What feels like a casual estimated time of arrival is, in reality, the output of thousands of sensors, optimization heuristics, and robots working in concert. The invisible machinery behind a delivery update is as complex as any city's infrastructure, hidden, precise, and always in motion. A city's rhythm is mapped in data streams and silent calculations. Over intersections, cameras and radar sensors count cars and people, relaying numbers to adaptive signals that can shift a green light in under half a second. These decisions draw on years of traffic patterns, weather, and live vehicle reports, clearing lanes for ambulances or easing rush hour before a jam forms. The logic is invisible, but its impact is immediate. Beyond the streets, environmental monitors on rooftops and lampposts track air quality, sending alerts to city dashboards at the first sign of trouble. In earthquake zones, seismic sensors feed raw data to cloud processors, which can send a shake alert warning to millions of phones in less than 2 seconds, sometimes before the ground moves. These alerts, cryptographically signed, travel across the cell broadcast network, reaching 95% of active phones within 1.2 seconds, bypassing congested lines. In the command center, a dispatcher sits before maps layered with live 911 reports, building data and evacuation routes. With a click, routes are sent to police, fire, and medical teams, each step coordinated by protocols and timing standards that hold the city's safety net together. Tonight, as you hit play, Netflix's servers predict your next move in under 50 milliseconds. That's faster than a blink. Invisible systems, from cloud relays to traffic signals, choreograph your world in real time. This is not magic. It is millions of decisions pulsing beneath every routine. The more seamless life feels, the more vital these unseen networks become. The most transformative technology is the kind you never notice until it stops.